request we've heard from engineers is the ability to use different wood materials within the same project. Maybe you're using SPF for wood framing and southern pine for beams and headers. With this latest update, you can now define multiple wood material options within a single lava model. So let's take a look. We'll jump over into the material section, which is our schedules. And now you'll see that you have two options. So you can choose, for example, in this model, I can switch in this model from Doug fir over to spruce pine fir, or I can use southern pine, for example, for the option 2. So then I can do basically a mix and match of whatever I want, but those are the two I'm kind of balancing between. Whoops, let me bounce between this one here. So you can jump between those options, but you really could mix and match. So timber is going to be our bigger sizes, and then lumber is going to be our 2x and smaller sizes there. So the program is going to allow us to just change between those. And we'll jump into the model. So if we come back in, we can go into our building layout and we can, for example, change these bearing walls. Let's call one of these bearing walls. And we jumped into the sizing tab, and we now have either lumber or lumber 2, which represents, if we switch over to lumber 2, that will represent here the spruce pine fir. And we would want to maybe make so these, we can set that. We can also do it across the board. So we don't have to make the entire, for example, we could go in and call everything, all of our bearing walls if we have an existing model, or we could start drawing this way from scratch. But you can edit this entire group, make them all spruce pine fir right there by setting them and then going from there. So I would apply that change, make them all that spruce pine fir, and then go. The other thing too is in these headers, we could jump in and we can make these headers to be the specific. In this case, we already are going to be using that, but if we wanted to, we can resize this guy, and we'll see here, this is southern pine. So that allows us to jump in to make different elements to be different materials, and you can do all mix and match from here. This feature came directly from feedback from engineers using and evaluating lava. Different materials within the same building are common in real projects, so we wanted lava to support that workflow without requiring workarounds. It's a simple change that gives you a lot more flexibility in how you design wood buildings. Thanks for watching the video, and check out more on lavabuild.com.